Our next presenter is Moria Habte from Netherlands. He will speak about the fruits activity. Moria Habte resides in Amsterdam, Netherlands. Thank you very much. Moria, please go ahead.
Yes, so I'm Moria Habte from Amsterdam. And I don't know, because with the last video with a share screen, it got stuck on a screen. So I don't know if what I'm going to try now is going to work, because I made a quiz. So I was thinking it would be nice to have this interactive thing. So how it works is I share my screen. Can everybody see me? See it?
Not yet.
No?
Yes, now. We can see it now. Thank you.
Oh, you can see it now. And is my mouse moving from right to left or left to right?
Yes.
So how it works is you have this website, but only 10 people can play. So if you want to also play, you have to, maybe you can grab some pen and paper. So if you go to this website on your phone or on your laptop, or you can scan this QR code. And when you go to the website, you need to fill in this number. So if people can do that.
Can you pass the link in the chat, please?
I don't know if there's a link. The link, oh. Chat. Oh, there. If you go there.
This is, I will copy and share with everyone. Let's see if it works.
And if you go through the link I sent, or it's not a link, but and you have to fill in this number. Or if you scan this code, you go directly and you have to choose a nickname. So here's Collins. Oh, no, it's, wait. Who thought? Yeah. 3, any more people? Or are you going to do with pen and paper? So if anybody doesn't get it, you can just ask on the chat. So if you scan the QR code directly, you don't need to put in the PIN number. You just go directly to making a nickname for yourself.
I am in my computer, so I cannot scan the
Okay.
symbol.
Okay, so you can just go to kahoot.it and put in this number. Two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5? I think I will start in 5 minutes if there's not still 10 people. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's the first 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 3 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2 left. 2 spots left. So it's a quiz that is themed around the fruits of the spirit. It's just some quotes you have to finish with one of the answers, because I saw that maybe it can get stuck. You have 1 minute per question. I don't know how fast or if the screen sharing is going to be the same time. So I hope it works. So I think in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, 6. Somebody left? I don't know, but it was 10 people, so I will do start. Or 9. So fruits of the spirit. Are you ready? Do you see this? True or not true, or false? In order to yield the fruits of the spirit, you must be born of the spirit. Is this true? So this is in Dutch. True is blue and red is false. In order to yield the fruits of the spirit, you must be born of the spirit. So either the time runs out, or when all 9 answer, it just goes. So the first one is easy. Nice. It's true. And the next one, okay, you have scoreboards, but you can do also with paper. It's also true or false question. Growth is always conscious, be it physical, intellectual, or spiritual. Is this true? Is blue? Or is this false? It's red. What will it be? Growth is always conscious, be it physical, intellectual, spiritual. So I changed the quote. It's unconscious. So I just took this off, this unconscious. I just made it conscious. So the quote is not true. Or that's the Dutch way, you say not true, but we don't have a word for false, apparently. So the score, next one. I want to say, oh yeah, if you really want to, kind of cheat, but not really, but it's a good resource to use. Do people see the this what I'm showing now, the notebook, this link, if you want to search things fast, I will put it in the chat. So in this link, you can search for words in the Urantia book anywhere, and it will show you all the pages, all the quotes that have that word. So in any language that's on the Urantia Foundation book site. So next question. Which apostle was known for his honesty? So I kind of, I took the nicknames and the last names of the apostles. So it's not the, for example, this is Matthew, Levi. No, this is Lebbeus, is one of the Alphaeus twins. Thaddeus Lebbeus is James and Judas Alphaeus, I think. This Peter is Simon Peter. Bartholomew, that's Nathaniel Bartholomew. So which one? No, if you read the chapter or paper on the 12 apostles, you can know this one. Or you can search it up really quick. So which will it be? Matthias, my friend thinks Matthias. So it was Bartholomew. That's Nathaniel. His nickname was, I think, something to do with honesty, that he was an honest one. No, so honesty is, I think, one of the spirit fruits. I'm not sure. He was a poor loser. He had loose and distorted ideas about what? He was given to the indulgence of hate and suspicion. This is a quote about Judas Iscariot. So I think the key is in he was a poor loser. So, so what did he have loose and distorted ideas about? I think multiple things, but was it trust, fairness, goodness, tolerance? So in the previous one, I showed the apostle was known for something, and this one was the opposite, I guess. So it is fairness is the answer. Only one, nice. No, I had the idea that Antonio would be here today, but he's not. Maybe traumatized from the game yesterday. Netherlands lost to Argentina. Nathaniel most revered Jesus for his what a lot of apostles revered or admired a certain quality or whole personality about Jesus. And so these fruits they exist, some of the apostles have them and see them also in Jesus. So which one did Nathaniel most revere in Jesus? Or tolerance? I think Nathaniel was not known for his tolerance. Kindness, courage, fairness. So which one? 6, 7. And the answer was tolerance. Maybe because he lacked it himself. I don't know. Oh, Bahati, do you have a question? We can do it after the quiz. This one. Oh, Collins is on top. Effort does not always produce what? But there is no happiness without intelligent effort. This kind of a giveaway because, yeah, it's already written there, kind of. So, what effort does not always produce peace or meekness, goodness, joy? Joy, nice. So, if people don't know, wait, it's hard to. No, can't reach the tabs. But I had a tab open. Oh, yeah. So if people are curious, I didn't show this, but the fruits of the spirits, there's two lists or two times that Jesus was talking about it. And this one is similar to the one that's, no, not this one. This one is similar to the one that's always or also written in the Bible. So I have love, peace, joy, long suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, and temperance. And you have the other one that's unique in Urantia Book, but those are always with two words. So the how I made the quiz is I took these words and I looked them up in the search function. So here, the link I already sent. So you could do the similar thing or same. So next question. Let me just move this back. Are you ready? The better man understands his neighbor, the easier it will be to forgive him, even to what? Tolerate him, manipulate him, love him, or know him. So this Kahoot thing, I got the idea from school. Now we use this with lessons, and to learn if we learned anything from the school curriculum. And it's a nice interactive way to, I think, to see if you retained any of the knowledge. Better man understands name Israel to love him. Nice. What is love? There's a definition I really like in the Urantia book. And so is to guess which one it is. Love is blind. Love is the desire to do good to others. Love is only a feeling, or, a song. So which one is it? I think one sticks out. So all 9 of you have an answer. And it is, I'm just going to let the time run out for the people maybe playing with pen and paper. It's Yes. Decided to do good to others. So, who call us on a streak? Jesus always preached what? And taught consistency, proportionate adjustment of life problems. Now, this in the context of part of the Urantia books that speaks about um, not being too fanatical, being in balance. I don't remember the exact place. Wrote it down somewhere, but so I think this is one of the overlooked or not often thought about fruit of the spirit, or not one of the most commonly known, I think. So I think with that tip, um, one more. Oh, it was temperance. It means to, when you temper a sword, I think you cool it off. So it's about not doing too much. I think you can look up the word, but something like that. Genuine, what? Has no relation to fear. I can give you a hint. This word, it means to subject yourself to something or someone and be open to and be teachable. But there's, I think, two similar words in beyond in the answers. So you have meekness, courage, humility, and long suffering. I mean, there's two that I think people associate a lot of times with fear. Two that to me are very similar. Weakness. That was the answer. Sounds like weakness, but it's to be subject. It's also, I think, one of the lesser known ones. This is the only other place in the book I could find this word. So, but 500 years of overlordship of alien rulers was too much for even the patient and something Jews. Peaceful Jews, gentle Jews, long suffering Jews, or tolerant Jews. Which is it? I'm sorry. I have to. Hello? Oh. 4, 3, 2, 1. Which is it? Which is it? Long suffering. Nice. I think the word speaks for itself to suffer for a long time, I think. What does it say? Jesus always insisted that true something must be unconscious. So what is must be unconscious? I think this quote was said in the context of Jesus saying that, if I'm right, that the left hand, that do not let the left hand know what the right hand is doing. I think so. I think this is a very general one. So it's similar to how growth is unconscious. So true something must be unconscious also. So is it tolerance? Is it goodness? Is it gentleness? Or is it fairness? 8. 7. Goodness. Nice. My friend was worried that I made this quiz too easy, or not too easy, the other way, too hard, but I think it's good. And nationalism is the chief barrier to what? Tolerance, ending racism. So these are direct quotes from the Urantia book. So, and nationalism is the chief barrier to tolerance, ending racism, equality, world peace. Which is it? So yeah, I only have this quiz in English and not Spanish. World peace, nice. So next one. Jesus derived much of his unusual something and marvelous sympathetic understanding of human nature from his father. Yeah, something we just get from our parents, you know. So is it tolerance? Joseph, was he a tolerant man, a gentleman, a tempered man, faithful man? Which attribute or which, I don't know, how do you say this? Is it a personality trait, character trait, or yeah, think something of these things he got from his father. So it's gentleness. Apparently, Joseph was a very gentle man. What mortal can feel to be uplifted by the extraordinary something Jesus has in him? What does Jesus have in us? Is it trust? Is it faith? Is it humility? Is it strength? Mm, mm, mm. Finish? You gave me two. Maybe I have one more. It was faith. Jesus has faith in us. No, this only, I think this can be very uplifting to know that Jesus has faith in us. Who had a form of courageous loyalty? This is also about the past, the apostles, the pastors, apostles. So I give you a hint. 3 of these names are the names of 2 apostles. So there's no unique person with only that name for 3 of these names. only one of them, but that one means twin. So which is it? I mean, I give you an example. There's two Simons. There's Simon Peter and there's Simon the Zealot. So how about the other three? That was funny that half of the apostles have another person with that name. So was Didymus, that's Thomas Didymus, which both mean twin. So yeah, he was very courageous, and even when he didn't agree, but if the other voted other ways, he just went with it. Think not so much of his sinlessness as of his righteousness. So this is a quote about Jesus. I think the context is the previous sentence goes something like, in the study of Jesus' life, view him positively. And then this sentence comes, think not so much of his sinlessness as of his righteousness, his unfailing goodness, loving service, unselfish devotion, of sincere fairness. Which sounds most positive, I guess. I hope people at home are participating with pen and paper or in their heads.
You're talking shy.
What?
Louder.
I have a mic right in front of my face. I don't need to speak loud, I think. Can loving service. That was the answer. Am I loud enough?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you are old enough.
The monitors are the prisoners of two words, the fount of everlasting progression. So the monitors are the thought adjusters, and they are called different names under different contexts or different parts of your life, I believe. But you can read that in the paper about thought adjusters. But I thought it was very, prisoners is a lot of times in the negative word, but in this context is seen as a positive thing. So they are prisoners of something. Is it courageous loyalty, forgiving tolerance, merciful ministry, or undying hope? So each answer corresponds to a color. So it was undying hope, a hope that never dies, I think it means. So there's always someone hoping, part of God. Iniquity is the measure of the continued rejection of their father's loving plan of personality survival and the son's merciful ministry of salvation, forgiving tolerance towards men, confiding trust in men, or courageous loyalty to men. The right answer sounds slightly different from all the others. I made the others one up. So iniquity is, if you have sin, you go consciously against the will of God, and iniquity, if you just habitually go against him time after time. So yeah, people are right, merciful ministry of salvation. Yes. Still higher is discovered the level of unselfish devotion to the welfare of one's fellow. So this is a quote, and the thing is, to which level does this quote belong? It was in the context of the apostles asking about the commandment to do unto others like you would like to do unto you. And Jesus told them there's different levels of taking this commandment, because I believe Nathaniel said, how do you interpret it if somebody, likes to eat poop or something? I don't know. It was a way that I don't remember the example, but it was about doing exactly to others in a context that was not fitting. So it was the level of brotherly love. So now you can see, with the most answers, and also we can see which one was done the most wrong. So, it's nice to know, but this feedback, so it says 7 questions were done wrong, I guess, by most people. So yes, temperance, I believe, was the right answer. Oh, someone has their mic on, but so temperance is about you know what, we can just look it up. So I got it from this paper. So to not take things to the extreme, he called attention to the fact any virtue, if carried to the extremes, may become a vice. So this is a bit of the context, that you don't take things too far. So yeah, it's about having balance in your life. It's very interesting. I think this paper 194, but like I showed you before, you can very easily look it up in the search bar. What more? Yeah, this just fairness. People know that what fairness is, so tolerance. Okay. So another thing that I also want to talk about is so you have the fruit of the spirit, and yeah, so these are fruits of the spirit. And this is kind of my own view that how do I say this? So you have the yes, you have the story of the rich man who had many fruits, and at the end of his life, he stored his wealth, and he was a rich man, and he thought, now I'm going to just rest. And when he rested, he just got killed, and what was it? Yeah, he got killed, and they plundered everything he had, and all these things, and he didn't have treasures in heaven. So I connect the fruits of the spirit with the treasures in heaven. And to be a rich man in heaven is to have the fruits. That's the jump I'm making. So, when I read the Urantia book, what I thought was very odd, or not odd, but really surprising, was that it called Jesus aggressive man. And I connected how young people are very they like gangsters. You would think, for example, in around me, people, when they say you are a gangster, it's a compliment. It doesn't mean you are a criminal. No, it means you go for what you want, or like that. So how I see it is that you have this quote, get rich or die trying. And because I always thought, how can people be attracted to these things? There must be something good in them also. So according to me, what is good about them is that the attitude they have, because it doesn't seem to be about the money, because Bill Gates has money, but he's not seen as such by young people. So to be rich or die trying, I think you can put this on in the context of being rich and having treasures in heaven, and having that aggressive attitude towards growing those fruits in your life. Of course, growth is unconscious and it's by connecting with God, but a farmer doesn't physically grow his produce, but he makes the, how do you say, he plants the seeds, and he makes the environment in such a way that it is good for growing these fruits. So I believe that we can be, in that sense, very aggressive. So that is my presentation. So I'm going to
Switch Bitcoin to XRP. Less CO2.
Oh,
Energy efficient. Save the planet.
how do you stop share? Yes. So if anybody has some questions, maybe you can put by reaction. You can put a hand. I don't know. Oh, Collins. I mean, in the down by all the options in your Zoom, you have this thing called reaction with a smiley face, and you can put like raise a hand there.
We have a Collins raising his hand.
Yes. Is he doing physically, but
Yeah, Moria. Today I want to be live, active as a youth, so. But Moria, congratulations. And hey, good to see you again, buddy. I really love what you did. I think that was a very interactive session that you sort of put us through a journey. For me, the most interesting part is to decide on an answer that straight comes to your mind. It's like an answer. So when you're asked this about Jesus or the fruits of the Spirit, what comes to your mind? So it was a good exercise for me. Congratulations. I think what you have done would really appeal to a lot of youth people. So I just wanted to congratulate you for that. It's a nice way of sharing the truths of the Urantia book. Good job.
thanks. Anyone else? Oh, Kat, I think Kat in Uganda.
Thank you so much. How did you do that? The questioning.
What do you
Hello?
mean?
I said how did you You know, it seemed that you read the whole book and collected all these quotes. Did you have to read the whole book?
So I
Well done.
I did read the book one time in whole, but this is not how I made the quiz. So I put it in the chat. So this is a search function. So any word. So how I made the quiz is that I went. There's this different. There's two times that Jesus talks about fruits of the spirit, and he lists a few. So I went by one, and I looked in the search function where else in the book these words were used, and on the basis of that I made these questions. These quote I just took the quotes and I just blocked out the fruits of the spirit in that quote, and made you guess which one it was.
Wow, that was a good, well-made session. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't speak Spanish. I'm looking at the chat, but if anybody has questions, maybe someone else can translate.
Yes, I can translate. The question of Norma Caicedo from Colombia is how a virtue can become a vicious. Or
how a virtue can be bad.
Please, I will speak in Spanish. 1 second so the translator can help us. 1 second. Sí, la pregunta es, ¿qué tal el cómo una virtud se convierte en vicio? Gracias.
So what does it mean?
I asked the translator. I think the translator needs to speak in the English channel. Thank you.
Yes. So in the further you read in that part, I looked about temperance. So I just read the quote. He pointed that overmuch sympathy and pity may degenerate into serious emotional instability, that enthusiasm may drive on into fanaticism. He discussed one of their former associates whose imagination had led him off into visionary and impractical undertakings. At the same time, he warned them against the dangers of the dullness of over-conservative mediocrity. So it's about, and further on, he just goes on. And then Jesus discoursed on the dangers of courage and faith, how they sometimes lead unthinking souls on to recklessness and presumption. He also showed how prudence and discretion, when carried too far, lead to cowardice and failure. So maybe I just copy the number of the book and put it in the chat. This is like the number next to the quote in the book. So in that part, it talks about how virtue can be a vice if taken too far. And the next part about balanced character on this. So it's about balance. Yes.
We have only 1 minute left to the time of rest for the translators. And we have a hand raised by Bahati, but if you want to allow him to speak, please only 30 seconds. Thank you.
Oh, welcome. Hope you can hear me.
Yes.
I'm happy for the words shared in this manual on this Urantia book. I've liked where you talked about richness or riches. Like riches are expected to be in heaven. We expect riches in heaven because in globally there have been corruption. For example, here in Africa, because people need riches on earth. But you have enlightened us that Urantia teaches us that riches are in heaven. We shouldn't crave for riches on earth because they will end up taking us into evil. I'm happy. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. This is a food for thought to the youth. Food for thought. Thank you. Thank you.
Time for a wine.
Thank you, Moria. Wonderful job. Thank you very, very much.